Yes. People, what's going on? Seagull Talks Football, and let's get straight into it. Before we go any further, I just want to show you guys this, and there's very important meaning behind it.
Not winning, at Arsenal, and feeling that sometimes the club was not going through the line, or just to make really good signings and to be super competitive in the Champions League and the league. I just felt I was draining myself because I was giving so much and playing 60 games a season and injured and coming back quickly and never resting. And that emotionally, it just affected me quite a lot. And then seeing everyone winning in Barcelona and playing so beautifully, and Pep calling me and texting me, and I want to do this, I want to play 3-4-3, to play all of you together, and blah, blah, blah. Everything together got the best out of me, and I just decided it was the next step for me.
The reason why I'm showing you this is because gone are the days where we lose our best player. Gone are the days where we lose our best player to rival teams, to historic teams like Real Madrid. We have been able to not only recognize the ability of some of our quality players, but we've also been able to reward them with new contracts and keep them at our place where we've developed them. Bukayo Saka has come through the academy, and not many academy players make it in the first team, let alone become a superstar in the first team, let alone play for the national team and play for and be the most capped Arsenal player for England history. Also, one of the top. He's already on the top list for assisters. He's already going to be up there, getting closer and closer to the top 10 in goals for Arsenal in the Premier League soon. He has just taken himself built himself from an academy youngster, Hale End boy, to now one of the most important figures in the club. And he deserves a 5-year deal. He deserves it to be one of the highest paid players of the club. He deserves to be recognized as one of the best wingers in world football. And that's what we've done. That is what we've done today. Bukayo Saka fully deserves this. And that video with Cesc Fabregas goes to show you all the things that they did wrong previously. Not signing quality signings, not bringing in players to excite the players who are already there, not making sure you give them new deals to make sure they stay at the club, not ensuring that this is going to be the best place for them to win. Now, I know we have not yet succeeded. We have not yet delivered. But these players that we currently have are some of the best in their positions. Bukayo Saka, Declan Rice, Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, Raya, just some of the best in their position. And in order for us to achieve things, we need to give these guys new deals. We need to make sure we have them here. And this is just a positive piece of news off the back of a poor result yesterday with the draw versus Liverpool. I think that was needed. I think that was necessary. I think it was important that we did give Bukayo Saka a new deal, and I'm very excited to say this is going to be something that pushes us onwards. It pushes us onwards. That is the reality. People asking me about Somaliland, bro. I couldn't care less. Honestly, the people are idiots. Who did that? Personally, I believe it's a better place if it's just one Somalia. But yeah, that's just me. Anyways, let's get on to the next thing. We spoke about Bukayo Saka. We spoke about how much this means to us. And you know what? Well, when we speak about Bukayo Saka, people get on to Bukayo Saka and they start talking about Arsenal this season. Arsenal this season, when you actually look at the statistics and you look at the most important players, Bukayo Saka has still been one of our most important players. He does have the most assists. He is third on assists when he's supposed to have a higher expected assist than Leandro Trossard. Some people are going to say Leandro Trossard has been better than Saka. I fully disagree. If you look at the actual expected goals, he's higher. If you look at expected assists, he's higher. Expected shots per 90. Shots per 90, he's higher. Big chances created. Bukayo Saka has created 9 chances. We've only scored off the back of 3 of them. It's not his fault that they're not capitalizing on these goals. It's not his fault that some of them are leading to own goals or consistently getting own goals from them. You don't get an assist for an own goal. but he has more big chances created than Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, Eze combined. This is a guy who people are saying is having a poor season. This is a guy who people are saying is not living up to expectations. It's because they want GA. That's what it is. They want GA. Nobody in the team's really producing great GA. Trossard has 9, Saka has 7. But if you actually look at it, Saka should have more. He's not. Maybe you could say he's not been clinical. Maybe you could say the people he's passing to have not been clinical. In my opinion, there is a gulf in quality between Saka and Trossard. Trossard can have a moment of brilliance and do something magical, but still, Saka's been a match winner for us way more often. And even this season, where people are criticizing him, just think about it. The performance versus Wolves, we don't win that game without him. He was one of the best players. The performance versus Brighton, we don't win that game without him. He was one of the best players. He came on for a couple minutes versus Bournemouth and got GA as you guys like. A couple minutes versus Brentford got GA as you guys like. Aston Villa, even though we lost, he was one of the best players on the team on that day. If I go even further back, there's other games. We can talk about Bayern. We can talk about what do you call it, the Sunderland game. Him and Trossard being the two driving forces. There's numerous games this season where he's been one of the best players, and I don't think it always shows up on the goal sheet. It always shows up on the assist charts. It doesn't. But yeah, let's bring it back quickly. Shout out to everyone in the comment section. Do me a favor. Please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button. Yeah, I am disappointed with the draw. I am disappointed with the draw. And of course, there is 3 assists is not great. I just showed you. It's not about the stats. Eye test. He actually performs consistently. And then my man's asking me about Saeed Butter. Neo, I don't care about Wahas. Then you got drop Gyokeres for a few games, play Havertz if he's fit. Later, find a way to play Gyokeres. Honestly, I want Gyokeres to do well. I personally don't think we can sit here and we can say Gyokeres has been great. We can't sit here we say Gyokeres has been even decent. Gyokeres has been poor in his time at Arsenal. Hopefully he can figure it out. But at this moment in time, he's been poor. He needs to get it together. If he can get it together, great. If he can't get it together, we're going to have a problem for the foreseeable future. In my opinion, Gyokeres is not at fault for yesterday's game. He's a little bit of a scapegoat, consistently getting scapegoated because other people want stuff. But yeah, that is it. You're Somali Sahib. Every Somali cares about this and has an opinion. Brother, I personally do not speak on politics or Somali politics or anything like that on my channel. If you want to speak about that, you're on the wrong channel, mate. I'm not gonna lie to you. And yeah, I don't do tribalistic stuff. I don't speak about tribes. I don't speak about stuff like that. Personally, I wouldn't even focus on them. But yeah, let's move on to the Gyokeres thing. Gyokeres yesterday was poor, but the most annoying thing about Gyokeres was everyone's talking about the fact that he did not get on the end of those chances that was crossed across the box. In the second half, when he came off, personally, I thought we were worse. So is it that Gyokeres is actually helping the team? Because when he plays, what is it? 18 games? No, 19 games, 1 loss, 1 draw, 17 wins. He's clearly doing something right. Majority of the time, we win when he's playing. Majority of the time, we win when he's on the pitch. Majority of the time, when Gyokeres is involved, we do well. So I know he's not the one that's getting the goals. I know he's not the one that's getting the assists, but he's almost like paving the way for other players to do so. So in my opinion, we shouldn't be too worried about it. We should understand that sometimes it takes a little bit longer for players to adjust. And I do think he's going to get it right. That's just me, though. I have seen some posts about it. I have seen some concerns about it. But clearly, he is gonna what do you call it? Get You know what? It's annoying. It is annoying. Everyone wants Gyokeres to do well, but he's not been performing well. What can we do? Are we just going to sit here and are we going to criticize every single thing that he does? Yes, in 7 league games, he's had 7 league games this season without a shot. 7 league games without a shot. But if we're winning the games when he's playing, even though he's not getting a crucial goal or an assist, is there something in that? Is there something in that? Is there something in the fact that we're actually still getting results with him not performing well? Is there something in that? Is there? I know people are going to say Havertz should play or bring in Jesus. I thought we were worse with Jesus. Personally, I thought we were worse with Jesus. It's just, maybe I'm trying to delude myself into thinking something that is not there, but I just hope it has more to do with him just settling in to the team and trying to get used to how we play rather than a technical quality issue, because at times it does look like the quality is just not there. The technique just seems like it's a problem at times, and I'm starting to get a little bit more concerned. I'm a little bit more concerned about it, a little bit more concerned, because statistics don't look good at this moment in time for Victor Gyokeres. I believe Arsenal will still win the league title regardless of how he performs, and we are still contenders with him. But without him, would we still be contenders? Without Victor Gyokeres at this moment in time in the season, would we still be contenders? Would we still be in the situation we're in? Now, I'm not saying if we went and signed Sesko. I'm just saying you take Victor Gyokeres out of the team, are we a worse team? There is a case to say we could be potentially a worse team with Victor Gyokeres out of the team. There is a case to say that. But yeah, personally, I would play Moreno and bring him off the bench. Weird. I don't know. Do we really want to go back to Moreno? Thoughts on Lee Gunner? He did apologize to you after Jolin said he never spoke to me. No, he never spoke to me. He never apologized for anything. Anyways, I'm not here to speak about Lee Gunner, bro. Lee Gunner can do his own thing. But yeah, let's listen to this video. What do you guys think about this video? Listen to this video.
Statistics are not encouraging. I understand the amount of criticism that Gyokeres is getting. I get it, right? And if you say he's a flop, you have a valid point, because, you know, the statistics are not encouraging. In the last 7 games, he has 0 shots. His ratings in those games have been very, very terrible. You know, in the Premier League, the Gyokeres have not been doing well. Let's not lie, right? Let's not paint it. Gyokeres has not been doing well as a striker. But I want to ask one question. Before Arsenal signed Gyokeres, was Arsenal a top contender to win the Premier League? Like, did we ever look at Arsenal as a team that could potentially win the Premier League the way they are looking this season?
I think you did. You definitely did in the 2022-2023 season. Without Victor Gyokeres, we looked good with Kai Havertz up top. We looked good with Jesus up top. But what's his point? I'm missing his point.
What changed? What changed in this Arsenal team? What is the difference between the Arsenal team of last season and the previous season and the Arsenal team of this season? Victor Gyokeres, yes, he's not scoring, which is disappointing. And I feel like the reason why he's not scoring is because Arsenal is not playing for him to score. I don't think they are creating enough chances for him. I don't think they are creating enough chances. Sincerely. Now, let me show you why I am saying what I'm saying. Look at big chances missed. Before you criticize a striker, look at how many chances that striker is getting in matches. Now, look at LA.
Okay, so in this graphic, if I can pull it up, you can see Erling Haaland has 20 big chances that are missed, and Victor Gyokeres has 7.
Haaland. Big chances missed. Erling Haaland is number 1. Who is the highest goal scorer in the Premier League? Erling Haaland. But in big chances missed, Erling Haaland is also number 1. That means Erling Haaland is getting a lot of chances. That is why he's scoring a lot of goals. Erling Haaland has 20 big chances missed. Look at Mateta. Mateta has 15 big chances missed. Oli Watkins, 12 big chances missed. Igor Thiago, 10 big chances missed. Benjamin Sesko, 8 big chances missed. Now look at Victor Gyokeres, 7 big chances missed. He's ranked number 9 in big chances missed in the Premier League. This tells you that Arsenal is not creating enough chances for this guy. They're not creating enough. If you want your striker to score goals, you have to be creating for him now. You have to be looking for the striker. You go give him chances, may him miss. As in they miss, he go to score. But he's not even getting enough chances. And that's sad. So in as much as you want to criticize Gyokeres and say he's flopping, remember that it is because of him that Arsenal are top contenders to win the Premier League this season.
I think that's an interesting take, because a lot of people are quick to criticize. A lot of people are quick to criticize Victor Gyokeres, but as Kombu says here, Kombu says here, I agree with him. I think there is a take, bro. You need to chill with the Saeed Barre stuff, bro. Time out, like take a time out, chill out. But like, what are you doing? Chill with the spamming, bro. Anyways, so yeah, Victor Gyokeres, if he's not even getting chances, Ligana said he apologized talking about your fams. When did he talk about my fams? What are you guys talking about? Bro, can we keep it on football? Like, why you guys keep changing the topics to some random stuff, man? Anyways, I thought this was a very good video. I think we do need to generate more chances for Victor Gyokeres before we start criticizing him too much. And yeah, it is starting to get super annoying. Bro, can you chill out with the Saeed Barre stuff? Like, I'm just banning it. I'm done with that. I don't need time for that. Anyways, let's go into... So yeah, I do agree with Como. I think we need to generate more chances for Gyokeres. As much as he's not playing well technically, we need to generate more chances for him before we can criticize him too much. Let's go on to the next thing. The next thing is going to be Martinelli. And Martinelli is apologized for the incident. And I just want to say, like, now that Martinelli's apologized, I feel like some people are never going to accept an apology because they have an Arsenal agenda. But the reality of the situation is, if a player has apologized and he's making an effort to say, you know what, I made a mistake, I'm sorry, I want to move on, I think these guys are idiots to continue to push the Arsenal agenda. Martinelli said, Conor Bradley, I've messaged and I've already apologized to him. I really don't understand. I really did not understand. He was seriously injured in the heat of the moment. I want to say I'm deeply sorry for the reaction. Sending Conor all the best again for a quick recovery. Now, Martinelli has apologized. He spoke to Conor Bradley. What happened. He's not going to get retrospectively banned for the situation. And I think it's just time that we move on. I know that it's an emotional thing, but really and truly, this was like the biggest thing that came out of the game. Gary Neville being an idiot, also saying, trying to incite violence by saying that the players should go out and like whack him. In my opinion, Martinelli made a mistake. What he did was wrong. He acknowledged what he did was wrong. He apologized. And in my opinion, we should just tell him, you know what, move on. And there's no need to continuously berate Martinelli. There's no point of continuously going on and on and on. He's apologized to Bradley. Bradley's accepted the apology. Wish him a speedy recovery. And now let's move on. I think it's annoying the way that people consistently want to speak about it and use this as an opportunity to point score, calling Arsenal scum, calling Martinelli scum. Like, he made an honest mistake. I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't think he had malicious intent. Like, let's be honest. let's move on from this. I just feel like it's getting boring at this point. Some of the stuff that I'm hearing is getting boring. It's getting disgusting. And they had their own manager, Arne Slot, come out and say like, pretending to be injured during games has become such a prevalent thing that it's leading to more and more people not trusting people when they go down late in games. They just don't trust them. But yeah, the Martinelli controversy is going to be a big part of this for the next coming days, weeks, maybe even months. I doubt it. I think by next weekend, you would have already forgot about it. As for the window, Iga, would you sack Arteta today if it meant we won the league this season? I'm not sacking Arteta. I think we're winning the league with Arteta. There's no point of sacking him. Anyways, if you're saying if we don't sack him, you're not winning nothing, then we'll have a different conversation. But yeah, let's move on to two topics before we go any further. The next topic of discussion is, of course, Semenyo. Semenyo has agreed his deal. He's already signed. He's in the City shirt. He is going to wear the number 42. And it was either he wears 42 or 24. 22 wasn't available, so he ended up wearing 42. And Semenyo has signed, and he's going to be a City player. He won't be able to play in the League Cup. He's cup tied. But yeah, in my opinion, Semenyo, we'll see how it works out. I don't know how well he's going to acclimatize right away, going from being the main man at Bournemouth to now being a part of a team over at Man City. Let's see how quickly he adjusts to being part of that team and how quickly he adjusts everything. But yeah, final thoughts on today. I just want to quickly go over some things. I think the City game, the Man City game, and the Man City game, the Liverpool game, and the Chelsea game, which we all drew, you can tell by the reaction from the rival fans that they think, you know what, they played better than us, when in actual reality, we played better than them in the City game and in the Liverpool game. But the result is a draw in the end of the day. And I'm not celebrating the draws, but you can clearly see by Chelsea and Liverpool fans' reactions, they have been celebrating these draws and taking it as a moment to celebrate. Like, we're always told you can't celebrate your wins too much. You need to relax. You haven't won a trophy. But then you see Chelsea and Liverpool celebrating draws against Arsenal like they won a trophy. It's actually laughable, in my opinion. I think it's hilarious. Looking back at my comments about being too confident about Liverpool, like thinking like it was Tottenham, that was silly. I did not. I got it wrong. But at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. I feel like people continuously, what do you call it? I think people continuously make things worse than it actually is, because look at this. If I just go to our fixtures and I just show you our fixtures, like we have won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row. Now that we've dropped points to Liverpool, it's like people are acting like it's the end of the world. But if you look at the actual form table and you see Man City, that's 3 draws for Man City. You see Aston Villa, that's 1 loss and a draw. That's 3 draws for Liverpool. You see Chelsea. You see who's that? Brentford. Brentford's been on a good run, to be fair. You look at that, Man United haven't won a game in their last 3. You look at Chelsea haven't won a game in their last 5. So it's like, in the grand scheme of things, we're still in a comfortable position, 6 points clear at the top of the table. I'm not too concerned. I still think we go on to win the league. And the main reason why I feel like we go on to win the league is because just look at our defensive records compared to other people. Like our offensive record, people can criticize our offense, but even then, goals per game, we're not too far off City. It's the goals conceded one. Goals conceded per game, we're less. We already have 10 clean sheets. Crazy that Man City have 9 clean sheets. I didn't think they were even up there. But yeah, I'm looking at Arsenal's remaining games. Hopefully we can just go through the remaining games and we can just go through it and we can manage our expectations. Portsmouth next in the FA Cup. I think you go strong. You don't go strong in this game. You rotate heavily with Hincapié also injured. unfortunate. Hincapié is injured. We don't know how long he's going to be injured. Ricardo Calafiori is injured. We don't know how long he's going to be injured. And Christian Mosquera is injured also. So it just puts us in a dangerous situation with those defenders. We don't want Ben White or Trossard to get injured, or else we're in a tough situation. Sorry, Ben White or Timber to get injured, or else we're in a tough situation. And Miles Lewis-Skelly looks a little bit off the pace lately. He's not looked good. So hopefully we can get some games for a bunch of the guys. People are complaining about Eze. I don't think people realize Eze's played a lot of football this season already compared to what he was doing at Crystal Palace the last couple of years. Like, if you just look at this, at Crystal Palace, he played 43 games last season, 34 in the league. This season already, he's played 22 games for Arsenal, 14 in the league. He has had injury history in the past. So as much as we criticize Arteta for getting players injured and having a terrible injury record, when he is managing a player's minutes, it seems like people are more upset because they like that player and they want to see that player play a lot more. Hincapié, hopefully he can get back fit. Hopefully his injury is not too much. I would not play too many of the guys versus Portsmouth. The Portsmouth game, I'm rotating heavily. If I'm the manager, I'm taking Ray out. I'm putting Kepa. I'm taking Timber out. I'm putting Ben White in the team. I'm taking one of Saliba or Thing out. If there is somebody else available to play in the centre back positions, if there's nobody else to play in the centre back positions, then I'm playing Norgard in one of the positions, and then the other one, of course, I'm playing Miles Lewis-Skelly in the midfield. If Ethan's not going to go on loan, you might as well play him. If Ethan's not going to go on loan, you might as well play him in these games and try to get some sort of results from these games. Go as attacking as possible and try to balance it out as much as you can. I think this is the kind of game where you can give Jesus another start if anything, and if Havertz is ready, you can even give Havertz like the second half. But yeah, you rotate the full team. You go out there. This is a championship side. This team should be able to go and beat them. And I think in the next game also, after that game, Arsenal have another tough game. Who do we play after that? So Arsenal play Portsmouth, and then we play Chelsea in the EFL Cup. In the EFL Cup versus Chelsea, I'm not going to lie, you go back to a close to full-strength team in the EFL Cup. Of course, he might not be fully ready yet, so then you're going to have to probably go Miles or Skelly, or you could even go Timber here and Ben White in the team. You could, I think this would be ideal, Ben White. So yeah, you can go Ben White and Timber, and then you can play this kind of team. Or if you really want to change it up, you could play Eze in this game also, back-to-back games where Eze starts. He hasn't had too many starts. I know Odegaard's been great, but against Chelsea, it's up to you. Arteta can figure it out. People saying drop Gyokeres. Gyokeres is going to be benched the next game regardless. Jesus is going to start. The game versus Chelsea, I would expect Gyokeres to start, and I would expect Havertz to be eased back in. I don't think Havertz is just going to be starting right away. And then after the game versus Chelsea in the League Cup, we're then going to go to play Nottingham Forest away from home, I think. We play Nottingham Forest away from home. In the Nottingham Forest game away from home, you can go back to a full-strength team. Hopefully Hincapié is ready by then, or Calafiori, and you can play one of them. And then, yeah, so basically, they're gonna get one game off, and then another game where it's like half rotated, half starting 11, and then back to the full team. And then after that, we're gonna then go to Inter, and then in the Inter game, I'm bringing back guys like Moreno. I'm bringing back guys like Eze. I'm bringing back guys like Madueke. I'm bringing Martinelli in. I'm just rotating the whole team once again. And I'm just like changing it up. Hopefully, Christian Mosquera can come back soon, so we can start rotating him and giving Mosquera some minutes instead of Gabriel and Saliba playing every game also. Because last thing we want is them to get injured. But yeah, long story short, guys, it's a long season. We've won 5 out of our last 6 games. I'm not freaking out. We're still gonna probably win this league. I don't see any competition. But yeah, Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And you already know what it is. Thoughts on Lee's response to you. Did he respond? I didn't see a response. Anyways. I don't know, man. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. I'll catch you guys in the next video. This has been a quick one. And you already know what it is. EL Talks Football. We're out of here. Peace.